Hello and welcome to Leuven. This video is to learn a little bit about Leuven and its people, hoping to make adapting a little easier for immigrants. Belgium is a little country in West Europe. It's divided in two states, Wallonia and Flanders. Leuven is only 25 kilometers east of our capital, Brussels. Housing 98,000 citizens and around 56,000 students, Leuven is, with its small surface, generally a crowded city with always something to do. Arriving in Leuven, the first building you'll see is probably the train station. Processing 33,000 travelers a day, it's one of the most crowded places in Leuven, especially on Sunday and Friday, when most of the students arrive from and go home. The first thing you might notice are the bad roads in Belgium and especially Leuven. Although the main roads and highways are in a pretty good shape, there are a lot of other roads difficult to maintain. In Leuven, they have skipped a lot of maintenance days, which makes the city not only a very car-friendly city, but also has a lot of holes, bumps, blockades, not understandable signs, terrible road markings, and traffic holdups. If there are any other ways to make traffic more difficult or time-consuming, we have it. Other very popular locations in Leuven are the three big squares. Grote Markt, housing the church and old city hall. Oude Markt, housing on this square alone 30 catering businesses. And last but not least, La Deuzeplein. Being the largest square in Leuven, it's visually dominated by the monumental library of the university. These are also the most frequently visited places for a drink or a night out. In Belgium, we had in 2011 more than 1150 different beers on the market, brewed in 147 different breweries. So, the drinking problem. Yes, most Belgians like a good beer and generally like to drink alcohol. 7 out of 10 Belgians drink too much, which is a lot of course, but this is a habit accustomed in most of Europe and Russia. There are a lot of extra student services all over the city, going from ICT services to extra study locations to student restaurants. These restaurants, called Alma, are very popular in Leuven, for they have decent food for a rather cheap price. Another place frequently eaten at is Restaurant Mall. Belgians love their food. The average Belgian regularly goes to a restaurant. The idea that we eat fries 24/7 is not true, of course. Neither is eating waffles and chocolate all day. Although it is a frequently eaten product and loved in Belgium. Leuven is most known of its study opportunities. You can literally study anything in Leuven. They have it all, from science and engineering to medicine to history and psychology. With campuses spread all over Leuven, you can't throw a stone without hitting a study location. KU Leuven is a very international university. A lot of courses are available in English, and overall there's a very mixed student body. In general, Belgians are a little more reserved than other cultures, particularly in comparison to the Dutch. Therefore, starting a random conversation with a Belgian might scare them off a little bit. They might seem distant at first, being overly apologetic and extremely polite. But we are making a lot of generalizations about Belgians. This is incorrect, as most generalizations are, because each person is different, even the Belgians. You might want to classify students in different categories, like the party animal, the book smart, the lazy guy, the jock, the stoner, the joker, and the nerd. But even that won't summarize it. There isn't really a way to define how to make conversation with a Belgian, because you can't really put a label on a Belgian as you can't with any culture. The best way to get to know a Belgian, or any person for that matter, is by just talking to them and learning about the person instead of the group he belongs to. To give a small summarize, we can't really group all the people in boxes. Each individual is different and unique. There might be some things you can say about multiple people, but generalization is always a bad thing to do. We hope this video was useful and educational. Until next time!